Will be overtop. That will be overtop.
You don't know the elevation, so how do you know it will be overtop?
Now, you've got the basin levee. The basin levee runs on either side of the basin. The capacity of this basin, if we open up the spillway, we will only use about 50%.
What's the elevation right there?
So we are very comfortable that the basin levees, we won't have any problems with it. Okay? So if you are outside the basin, on either side of the basin, we're not going to have any problems with that.
You don't know the
Sure.
elevation of the levee. How do you know you will be okay? I've got a hypothetical question. Why weren't the gates cracked open 2 months ago when you started to open?
2 months ago, there was no water in the forebay. The forebay is the area that is right in front of the Moganza structure. Okay, many of you are very familiar with the area. Okay, there was no water. As a matter of fact, I was at the Moganza structure last Wednesday. The forebay was dry.
I mean, the chapel eye is high right now.
No, you're not listening to me. You asked me, why did we not open the gates months ago? There was no water to let through. I was there a week ago today, and the gates were dry. Thank you, sir.
Wait,
I'm sorry, did I say Bonnie Carey? I meant to say Moganza. I think you understood. Okay. Sure. I think he was asking me, you were asking me about the current and whether it's going to be fast or slow.
If it takes a day and a half for the water from Moganza to get here, we can expect a strong current, correct? Because if it's coming down that fast, it's not going to be a rise like this, it's going to be a strong current.
It's going to be slow. You're not going to see a wall of water come through here like you'd see in the movies. It's going to be slow. Okay? Because really in this area here, the water is going to come down the east side of the river and then jump the river and come back up the west side. Okay? So it's going to be slower moving.
So it's going to come back instead of from here.
That's correct. Unless the river overtops the river levee first. Then it's going to come from the
And
river.
it'll come from here, and it'll also come from the canal here.
Yes,
So it'll be coming into the village.
that's correct.
And from the gutter.
Sir.
We are actually building an ark.
Thank you.
What is the basin effect when you have water right here if you don't know the elevation?
Okay. I'm going to ask Ted to show you his book and talk to you about the elevations of the levees, okay? Ted, if you can take him aside and give him some one-on-one and show.
Preschool, right?
Ma'am. Go ahead. Okay, the question is, how will this water affect the interstate travel? The travel on I-10 will not be restricted at all. There will be no problem getting them back and forth across I-10. Right, the question is why do we only have a few gates open in Bonnie Carey and how that relates to what's going on here? What we're doing at Bonnie Carey has absolutely no relation to what we're doing here. What we're doing at Martin Parish has to worry about the flow that goes down south past New Orleans. Now that area right now, we opened up 28 bays yesterday, we opened up another 44 today, and we are quickly going to all 350. Absolutely. Now, I say that based on the predictions. We predict that we will open up all 350 of the Bonnie Carey, but we've got to wait and see. We take measurements every day of what the flow is, and if the river says open more, then we open more. So we do what the river tells us to do. No, sir. It'll have more of an impact on the river lower than Bonnie Carey. Thank you. Sir.
Worst case scenario, you talked about opening half of Bonnie Carey. What are more dancing?
Yeah.
What are the probabilities that you have to open all 100% of the
Yeah. The question is, I talked about, right now, our prediction is to open up half the capacity of the Morganza spillway if we have to do it. What's the chance that we would open it up 100%? Right now, the chance is 0. Based on the predictions, we're estimating 50%. Sir.
Anybody in this building was here in 73 to see how much water there was right here. My camp is right next to the park, and I had about 20 inches of water on my property.
And I will tell you, this is a perfect example of another piece of data that goes into your decision-making process. You have an eyewitness person who was here in 1973 that had 19 inches right out this back door. So you take that into account. If you're going to flood fight your house before you leave, and he had 19 inches, and you want to put a couple feet up around your house before you leave, that's time well spent. Okay? I can't direct you to do anything about it. It's one piece of information. He's telling you the gauge is going to say 29. He's telling you the gauge is going to say 29. I'm telling you 10 to 15 feet. He's telling you 19 inches. I know it's very confusing, but at the end of the day, you have to make a decision. You're going to flood fight a little bit. You're going to wait and see how it goes. You're going to have everything packed up, and then you're going to go. We'll go way in the back. At this point right now, you would expect to see water either go through the Morganza or over the bays, even if we don't open it, probably by you're going to start to see water coming over those gates probably this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. Okay? We're not even going to reach the crest of the flow, the crest meaning the worst of the flow, until the 24th of May. Okay? So this Saturday is the 14th. The crest isn't going to reach us till the 24th. That's 10 days. The crest is going to last 10 days? 10 days, 2 weeks crest? Let's say 2 weeks. Okay, fair enough. It's a week, I'm sorry. From the 14th until when it crests is 10 days. It's going to crest for 14. Now you're up to 24. Then it's going to recede back down. Okay? It's going to be 4 weeks.
4 weeks to 6 weeks?
That's a pretty good estimate. He said 4 to 6 weeks, and I said that's a pretty good estimate. Sir?
You want somebody to answer how it was right here in 73. 73 they gave us 27 feet. It was dry.
Okay.
Right here it was dry in 73. We don't know how much silk we have in the basement.
Yep.
But this was dry in 73. They gave us 27.
Very good. Thank you, sir. He said in 73 the gauge was 27 and this was dry.
The water stopped at that drill
Okay?
right here.
But again, there's a lot of things that have changed in the basin since 1973. There's a lot of siltation, there's a lot more development, there's a lot more growth. Take it all into consideration. Are you talking the river levee? It's not going to matter because the water's going to go over the top of the river levee.